6 Degrees of Freedom is the newest Twilight Zone episode. This was an episode I honestly wasn't rushing to get to because I haven't really cared for this show almost at all. As you guys know if you've been following me, I've liked 1 of the 5 episodes, and so it's just not been high on my priority list. This episode was the better of them for sure. Like it's up. It's the second episode I've liked of the show. Didn't love it. Still isn't anywhere near freaking fantastic or anything. This isn't Twilight Zone quality, but I did like it. I have my issues with it, no doubt. So the story as it goes is there are 5 astronauts about to launch to be the first manned mission to Mars. And while they are counting down, essentially, they have like 2 minutes left before they're going to launch. They are informed that North Korea has started firing nuclear missiles at America, and they're, a nuclear war is about to break out, and the missiles are on their way. They've already taken out a couple states, and so they have to make the decision of whether or not they're going to launch. And they decide, I would definitely launch. I'd be like, nuclear war is breaking out, I'll take my chances on Mars. So they launch, and they go up into space, and I'm not going to tell you any more from there. So I'll remain spoiler free on this. But overall, as I said, the production value is very high. I think that they think that the sets are great. The acting is all very good. I have my issues, and my issues come from the ending to me, even though it is Twilight Zone-y, it doesn't really make any sense to me at all. I can't say what it is. Maybe I'll say a quick spoiler thing at the end, and maybe someone who understood the episode better can explain it to me, because I am completely lost on what the fuck happened there, because it makes no sense. If what I figured out to be the truth is the truth, then that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, moving on. The astronauts themselves, I think, is one of my biggest problems with the episode. I've watched a lot of interviews with astronauts over the years, and I just watched the SpaceX mission launch, and that there wasn't any astronauts on that, but I do actually like that kind of stuff. And the astronauts in this episode were not believable at all for me. Like, these felt like immature, early 30s kids. They felt so childish. There's no way. The way that these guys act, it's just, yes, it's there for dramatic purposes, the way these characters play out. But if you ever watch any movie that really sticks to how astronauts are, they're nothing like the characters in this episode. And I could never buy that these guys were the last hope for humanity, that Earth is exploding behind them, and they're going to have to go make a new life on Mars. And it's like, these are the guys, these are your 5 best that you're sending to Mars. I mean, yes, they'd have to be younger. I would guess that, since I don't know how long they're staying. I don't really honestly even know what the fuck their mission was, outside of just going to Mars. But that was an issue, and but I did like the characters. I just didn't believe them as astronauts. I did like the characters, and I did like the acting, and I did like the sets. I did like the setups, and the ending felt Twilight Zone, but as I said, it really made no sense. So I'm going to talk about the ending right now for someone who has seen it, so we can discuss it in the comments below, and you can tell me, like, I missed something, I'm wrong, I whatever. Cool, please. I'm all for it. So here we go. Spoilers for the ending of this episode. So turn it off if you haven't seen it. Anyway, so at the end of this episode, the one guy thinks that this is a big hoax, that they're being tested, that this is the Kobayashi Maru, that this is, a flight simulator test, whatever. So the guy decides to suck himself out the airlock, and in that he's trying to prove to them that this is all a test, that they never even left. They're still on land. If he goes outside, it's just going to be like a testing facility. And he's wrong, I guess. He gets sucked out. He sees a big bright light. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's the aliens. It's the solar flare. I don't know. Whatever. He gets, I guess he dies. Oh, he doesn't die because we see him at the end of the episode. He gets sucked out by the ship, I guess. Maybe they took him. I don't know. But anyway, that all being said, at the end of the episode, we find out that the aliens are actually testing the humans to see if they're worth saving. So, did I miss something, or were they actually nuked? That's what I'm unclear of. Because if they let them be, like, did they fire on them, or did they let the nuclear attack happen and then stage this to see if they were worthy of being saved? The world's already been wiped out. Did they lie to them and tell them that that was happening so they could test their vigor and their, valor there? Was that the intention? Was it all a big lie? Was he right? Because the kid says, I know they're watching us, and they say, like, he found out we were watching us, most impressive, like, they're worth saving. Did that actually happen? Did North Korea actually fire on them? Were explosions happening on Earth? Was World War III broken out? Was that a lie? As far as I took it, as I saw it, the Earth was destroyed. They destroyed each other. The freaking war games where you find out there's no winner. Everyone gets nuked and nobody lives. So if that's the truth, they're seeing if the human race is worth saving. So, like, what? They're going to take the one guy they have, or like maybe the other 4 that are on Mars, because they took him for a purpose. Maybe he's it, right? He's the last saving grace. They found out they bombed themselves. I'm figuring this out as I'm saying it. I just finished the episode. They found out that they bombed themselves and they eradicated themselves, and maybe these were the only 5 left in the world, in the galaxy, I guess. And they were like, are they worth saving? Are they worth bothering with? Like, there's no planet for them to go to. So let's test them. We'll watch them as they come and see if they're worth saving. And they decided they are worth saving, so they're going to take those 5, or just him, or whoever, and they're going to continue the human race through them, through their 1 or 5 characters. Is that what it is? Did the Earth actually blow up? Is that part of the simulation? Is it a simulation that they put on? It's the aliens, right? I'm just very confused by that ending, which isn't a bad thing. If it is, they waited till the Earth was destroyed to see if they're worth saving. I hope they didn't have any. I hope they didn't have any, hand in that. So I don't know. I'm lost on that. But in addition to that, the characters being so naive and young, I don't know. That kind of didn't work for me either. But what do you guys think? If you watched the episode, I'm done rambling. I know I should probably think these things through before I start a review, but I like hashing them out on here and coming up with ideas and bouncing off you guys. I know some of you people are like, you're a fucking idiot, and typing being a dick, and that's fine. I don't really care. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Let me know what you think about the ending of this episode. I'd love to know your thoughts. Maybe I completely missed the mark here. That has happened from time to time. It's not impossible. I watch a lot of shit, so I'm gonna make mistakes here and there. But let me know. Anyways, adios.